So my name is Elena. I'm founder and CEO of Flashback, and my journey originally started in China, where I was living for like a few years, and I had been consulting different blockchain companies like on Chinese market, how they can get access to local like users, how they can pass through regulations. Since I speak Chinese, I also familiar like was familiar at that moment with local regulations in the blockchain space and was able to help them. At the same time, I started working with Silicon Valley VC fund. Was helping them to build the whole financial model, democratizing VC investments using blockchain technology. And a little bit later, I moved to United Nations, started also working in financial inclusion department and working with a lot of startups from Southeast Asia and seeing how we can utilize blockchain technology to increase financial inclusion. A little bit later, I founded a consulting company that was and is working with startups and SMEs, helping them to take off their ideas off the ground and scale businesses on the market. So work primary with blockchain and fintech domains. And recently, like while we were working with our clients, we started getting like a lot of requests for NFTs, as again, like a market was in a really big hype for digital art, and a lot of clients wanted to explore how digital art can be applicable to different domains. And at that moment, I realized that there is actually another gap on the market since we were like organizing a lot of events in the past and even like a really big blockchain conference. I saw that there is an opportunity in the ticketing because it was like something like super fresh, super new. And I know like a lot of my friends, me personally, like I used to collect tickets and they were like so like amazing before. And right now, like we ended up like with boring QR codes. So I saw that we can actually change this digital world and bring like something physical from the past that we used to collect and put it like on a blockchain. And that's how like the idea of NFT ticketing was evolving. And then since I was like in New York and Olga was visiting New York as well, I pitched this idea to her. She got like really excited, and I'm pretty sure Olga can tell more about herself and this part, like how we met and start working on the project. Olga?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Giving
You
a
can
word to
hear
you.
me. Yeah, my name is Olga. I have been working in blockchain sphere already for 5 years. I'm also running consulting agency that focus on marketing, HR, and business development in China for IT startups. I can call myself NFT veteran with no because I started working with this technology in 2017 and was the head of marketing for blockchain game that was the analog of CryptoKitties. We used to have a great success that time, and 2 years ago I found out that I like modern art a lot, and after a long process of understanding the art market and after NFT art hype appeared, I decided to implement all my skills in this promising technology. So I have founded Crypto Art Online Museum. We have made 3 exhibitions and 1 international art residence online. Uh, on my way to Crypto Art Fair in Tulum, Mexico, I have met Elena in New York. She shared with me her idea about NFT ticketing that impressed me so much. And next day we start working on the project because the best way to understand the value of your idea is to bring it to the market. And now we have a lot of good feedback and validation from the market, so no doubt we choose the right direction. Yeah, I finished.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you for that introduction. And it seems like you both had kind of a journey to NFTs from other spaces that you were in, whether that be art or finance, but really understanding the power of blockchain technology to bring these things to life. So thank you for that great background. Before we jump into more questions, I do quick can introduce yourself to everyone and your background and with Exquisite Workers as well.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Very pleased to be here. Very interesting to listen to Elena's and Olga's story. Beautiful how this project evolved and how we also connected, and we are bringing the best of form. Well, when it comes to Exquisite Workers, we emerged at the beginning of COVID breakdown in Barcelona as a social media platform in which we invited the artists from all over the world to contribute to creation the longest living piece of art. We decided to play a game which was played by the surrealists about 100 years ago. They went to the bars, they took a piece of paper, they concealed their contribution, then passed to the next player. So they would create a feet, someone else the corpse, someone else the head. And then when they revealed this contribution, they saw how this sketches turned to be some fantastic creature, some charismatic monster. And eventually this piece of paper finished to be in the global museums like MoMA, Tate, and we like so much this game. And I know that most of the listeners probably know this game, and somehow in some point of their life they played it. For the artists, for my friends, for the founder Roger House, this game meant more than just playing, because for us it is a way to elevate the skills of the artists, bring them together to help them to thrive through pandemic. And after 1 year of daily commitment of posting 3 illustrations per day on Instagram, we collected 1,000, almost 1,500 illustrations. It's important to see, if you go to our Instagram of Exquisite Workers, you would discover that each of these pieces of Instagram grid is created by one artist. How do we unite them is by using some particular template and the color palette that we choose each month by one of the artists, members of the community. And so like this, you see this continuity, like a snake-like creation, which is living, which is growing. And also it's important to say that we are doing curational work as well, art direction, curation, and we speak about the artists. If you go to our website where we describe our journey of NFT to state mission around the solar chain system, we introduce each artist. We speak about each of these pieces. So now it's not only digital illustration that you can visually enjoy, but also collect as an NFT.
Wow, that's really awesome. Yeah, there's some really great artwork there, and it's a really cool mission to bring NFT to stay. So thank you for that background. So I wanted to kind of dive into from the audience. So we'll start off the flashback perspective, but what is the core vision of the Flashback project, and what are you trying to achieve with bringing ticketing to the blockchain platform?
Okay, I can start, and Olga, if I'm missing anything, just feel free to add. So we we came up with a vision where we can actually reach a digital art and event industry, giving like a great value not only to event organizers but also to like event guests, because they get like art like tickets, and it's not like some boring QR code, but it's some collectible. Every time they go to some like memorable event, they can store these tickets in their collection, and they can easily access them. And I know, like from my friends, like whenever they like collected paper-based tickets, like half of them were lost, or they like had been traveling from country to country, and of course they cannot like carry like this collection always with them, and they like feeling sad that they're abandoning like really great memories that they like had at these events. And I'm not talking about like only festivals or like some museums that you can visit, but I'm also talking about like some private events. Imagine like it's like your best friend like organizing like a birthday party and sending you like amazing like NFT or like some special NFT invitation. You would like to store this memory. So that's the values that we're giving to users, to like guests of the events. And there is a great values that we're giving to like organizers, because we saw that we can make like we can enable like effective events, like effective ticketing, and also give a lot of like brand aspect with it. So whenever they create some ticket, it's not like only like an artwork, but it's also something like so special that like increase engagement with their audience, with their community. Imagine it's a big festival. They have like their own culture, and they can actually put this culture like in a ticket, give it to people, and make sure that the brand awareness is increasing, that they have like communication with the guests. They also can know like who is attending events, because they will be scanning like these tickets on the entrance. And with our platforms, they can also give like additional incentives to users. Like for example, if someone attended the event and organizers want to kind of give them a special perk like afterwards, like whether it's a discount or maybe like some additional invitation or like some upgrade for the next event, just to make sure that they always like engage with the community. In the long term, like we're trying to like achieve like a platform that unites all participants from their event industry and also digital artists, because that's another way for them to collaborate. It's another way to like promote their work and create something like something great for event industry, having these amazing tickets. Of course, we also would like to utilize technology, and I think like Olga can mention a lot more like ideas that we have. Yeah, Olga.
Yeah, I want to also add that I have already mentioned about feedback and validation of our idea. Our first step was customer development interviews with the potential organizers, potential users, to find out what problem they have and what challenges they face while event organizing. And we found out that in the event management market, the main challenge saving money and making safe environment in the party, in the event. And organizers want to avoid faking the tickets that can lead to unexpected visitors. So we become more confident that NFT technology is really a great solution for this problem. And our concept can help a lot of people who are involving in this industry, not only organizers, also party lovers, who also become the victims of fraud in the secondary market of the fake tickets. Maybe some of you also have faced this problem too. And as Anna, as Elena have mentioned, I also want to tell that we got a lot of good feedback from digital artists, and they told that this is a really interesting project for them to express their creativity, to share their art in new way. Because as you know now, the digital art market and basic digital art platforms now is not very good in sales. so we can also help these artists too.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great way to kind of help the artists, like you said, increase sales and awareness for their art. I'd like to kind of, dig into that a little bit in terms of how do you plan to integrate artists with the ticketing platform and the event organizers? Is it something where the organizers are bringing their own artists and designing their own tickets, or are you also going to have kind of a matching service where an event organizer wants to create an NFT ticket for their conference or their music show or their festival, and you can pair them with an artist to help create kind of the art form of this NFT? Are you guys going to be, approaching it from both ways where you can bring your own artists and matching them up, or how do you plan on kind of integrating these two things together?
We're actually considering both ways because we understand that some like big event organizers, they might have already some digital artists, right? Or like some really strict policies on how to design like their tickets. So of course they can, like they're free to like work with their artists. But there will be a lot of organizers that don't have access to digital artists. And that's why like we partnered also with Exquisite Workers to make sure that we can provide digital artists to organizers who like that are looking for like creative tickets, and they don't have like any resources and any capacity on their side. So at the beginning, since we're only launching, right, we're like trying to maintain a really open conversation with organizers. They always can reach out to us with whatever concern, question they have, also including if they're looking for digital artists, and we can help them to find a digital artist that they like, that they think is like a best choice like for their brand. And of course like we're happy to like connect them with digital artists who also like shares the same like this the same styles, the same beliefs, and can help them to work on their like amazing tickets.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think you definitely find a lot of events that have their own artwork and posters and things like that, but there probably will be a lot of great connections made between event organizers and artists. And as you're having these conversations with event organizers, how has the traction been? What has the response been? Have you seen kind of certain areas or verticals of events that are latching onto this earlier? Who do you think are going to be the early adopters technology?
Regarding their feedback that we're getting, it was actually like really impressive because I've been working with a lot of startups, and I know like when there is a good idea, like people can say to you, "Oh, it's a really good idea, it's nice." But when I was like pitching Flashback to different like types of like people and companies, including like event organizers, but also people that are not like related to the field, just like a potential like guests of different events, I was like hearing exactly like same reaction. People are going crazy, like in a good way. So they're like super excited. Majority of people who I talked to, they're saying, "Oh my God, I actually had a collection of the tickets. That's amazing because like I share this problem. I want to have the digital collectibles. I want to store these memories." People really like enjoy that. When we talk to organizers, they're also getting like super excited for different reasons. Some like a little bit more like private events or like some parties. They're very interested in the security part that we are providing, that they can verify the guests, they can like increase the security level and make sure that people who are buying the tickets, they are the ones coming to the event, and then they can verify their identity, just to exclude like undesired guests and some incidents that can happen during the event.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to add a story about my first event organizer with whom I talked to about our project. This was Damien, the art director of Papaya Playa in Tulum, in Mexico, and I have visited. They have the most luxury, super fancy resort in Tulum, and also they have once a week very good parties. I have visited one and was really impressed. To say the truth, it was one of the best party I have ever been to. But the problem was that firstly you need to queue in the entrance. After you need to queue to buy the ticket. After you need to queue to show your ID, and after you need to queue to top up your bracelet with the money to the bar, and so you need to pass like 4 or even 5 queues to to succeed. So our project can solve all this problem, and can event organizers can go without all these queues, because everything can do online, can do through our platform.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the problems that organizers are
Live
facing with.
events, yeah.
That's for sure. And just like to add like another part, like answering your question, who will be like the early adopters? We feel that actually like large event organizers, they will be the early adopters, and it's not like a big surprise, because there's the ones that having like a lot of pain, like organizing, verifying the tickets, and it's including like festivals, like sport event organizers that has like a lot of traffic, like big like conferences that are interested firstly like to put like their like brand out there, just to make sure that they have like a higher brand awareness, they engage with the community, and also that they have the security part. And it was like kind of not even like surprise for us, like when we're like about to launch, but we already have like our big event organizers like reaching out to us because they really like the idea, and they're interested to collaborate because they see the value, and we're actually solving a real pain that they're experiencing. Smaller event organizers, we would expect they will be coming like a little bit later as well. But yeah, in this industry, I think like our big players, they will be the, like early adopters.
Yeah, that's great. There's a lot of problems, I think, to solve in the larger events, whether that be long lines, identity verification, scalping tickets, things like that. So that's really
Even
great.
pre-selling drink
As
packages. Sorry. Yeah,
yeah, no,
that's something we can do.
drink packages, merch, everything.
Festivals
Yeah,
losing like
that's
$500 per minute, like large festivals, because like people are just don't want to line up like at the bar. They see like a lot of people, like a crowd there. They're like, oh, okay, like I don't want to get my beer or whatever, whatever else like I was going to drink. And we can pre-sell these packages to make sure that people are not lining up like for ages. They just can simply go and pick up whatever they want, and organizers also not like losing this money.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of easy conversations to be had if you're helping these organizers save time and money, because there's a lot of problems that they have with lines and ticketing and all that stuff too. So I think that all really helps their environment and helps them run a more efficient event. But as you're building this out and as you've had these conversations with them, what do you see as some of the bigger challenges that you're going to face in creating mass adoption of this technology, in getting sporting events or music shows or these different types of events to adopt both sides of it, right? Whether it's buying the tickets through the NFT platform on the blockchain, or the organizers having the technology to check people in and all of that stuff. What do you see as kind of your biggest hurdles that you're going to have to overcome, and the challenges that you're facing as you find the implementation of this?
I would say like the largest challenges that we experience at the moment is UX. We want to make sure that it's as simple as possible, like for everyone, for users, for organizers, and of course it takes time. It's not like kind of like a straight like solution, right? It's something that like you have to go back to users, you have to go back to organizers, see if they actually like understand the flow, and everything is super clear to them. But the other things that we like thought like earlier, that we want to go to a mass market. We are not like even like publicly, we're not positioning ourselves as an NFT ticketing. It's something that we're saying when we're talking in the blockchain community, because everyone here understands, right? But if we're talking like outside of blockchain community, there are still a lot of people that don't understand NFT and what it is. So I want to make sure is that we are going to a mass market and everyone there understands the value. So that kind of like also like a problem that we're trying to solve, to make sure that we engage everyone, like people from blockchain community and people outside. Thankfully to like digital art, there are of course like a lot of use cases, and the NFT concept is clear like to everyone. But we didn't want to like limit ourselves anyway. That's why like we want to make like a payment flow easier, and that's also like takes time, because launching like a global project, even we're starting like primary like in New York, but we also have event organizers from Mexico, from Europe, and we need to make sure that we can accept like any payments from users in all these locations. So that's sometimes like a very challenging part, because some countries have like a larger restrictions than we face with a lot of KYCs, and this kind of like aspects like on the regulation point of view that we have to deal with, right? But we want to make sure that everything works like as seamless as possible. I always say that MVP will not be, of course, ideal on the UX side, but we welcome everyone to test it out when it will be launched, and provide us their feedback, because we want to hear what people actually think and make sure that everyone can use it in a like super simple way, and not even having like a second thought or like confusion on our platform.
Yeah, that makes sense. That there's definitely kind of the fact that you have to make sure that this is widely available across all these different markets and countries and their currencies and their regulations. So I'm sure that's definitely a big challenge to overcome. And I guess going on top of that, one of the questions that we got from some audience members on Twitter was, why did you particularly choose the Avalanche blockchain for this platform and for launching this technology?
Okay, I believe I also jumped here. Avalanche was like kind of a first choice for us. First of all, like I'm familiar with Avalanche for a really long time, like from like a first first paper that they issued like really long time ago, and since then we also were collaborating with Avalanche. So I know that the team is very responsive. They're doing like amazing things, and they have amazing technology. So we have like really fast transactions, and we have a low commission. Like we never like would consider Ethereum because transaction costs, like minting like NFTs, like way too high. Like we cannot sell tickets for events that, for example, going to charge zero, or they're going to charge like a couple of dollars, and then like organizers will have to pay like a crazy amount of money for like a deployment fees. Of course, that's not like a case for us. So Avalanche was a perfect choice on all sides, like on the technology level, because again, it's amazing blockchain, amazing scalability, and transaction costs. That's a perfect fit for us. And of course, we really like the team, and I do think that you guys doing like amazing work in the field.
Yeah, definitely. I think you know the low transaction fees are going to be key with those low cost events, especially, and then the scalability and the fast transactions will definitely be key as you're checking in, and you don't want to have those lines and those queues be too long. So you know, we're glad that this partnership is coming to life, and we're excited about the future of the Flashback platform. I wanted to kind of switch gears a little bit here to ask Anna a few questions about Exquisite Workers and about your background in NFTs and in blockchain. So, Anna, I'd like to hear a little bit more about kind of how you got involved in art, but also specifically what was the kind of the trigger that made you jump into the NFT space. I know you touched on a little bit earlier with the program that you had through Instagram, but wanted to know a little bit more about how you got involved in bringing your artwork to NFTs.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Everything started, to be honest, in Zurich in Switzerland. And I had a conversation with some friend who is international lawyer and finance advisor. And he opened my eyes and um, to the fact that this project, Exquisite Workers, and this game, Exquisite Corpse, it's allegory of crypto holding. Because if you take one piece of this creation, the whole thing falls apart. And so, since that moment, we got very passionate about the idea of learning more about the NFT space. For us, it's a space where everything is possible. I had different conversations with Olga about how we, from our side of Exquisite Workers, we see the future of ticketing. And I mean, there is an incredible potential. And since 2 months that we are in the space, we already got incredible partnerships. We got featured on OpenSea. We became the global ambassadors of digital art for climate, organized by Glocha, with the support of United Nations Habitats and Social Alpha Foundation and Unique Network. So we also got some amazing project with Being Crypto. So we are incredibly active in space, and I think that what we want to bring to the NFT space, first of all, is this empathy, and we want NFT space to have human face. We want it to be a kind space where you can express yourself, and of course, all these benefits that comes to NFT for the digital artists, like royalties and etc. It's really a space of incredible possibilities. And in
Yeah,
our community, we're currently 572 artists from 50 countries, with different backgrounds, and it nurtures the whole community. Each of us brings their own expertise, their own value, their own art style.
that's amazing. How did you build that community? What were some of the ways that you connected these artists from across the world to that have similar values, that have some of the same background that some of your other artists do? How did you connect them and build that community?
Well, I would say that pandemic helped a lot because everyone stayed at home. It was much easier to reach out the artists, and the goal was just to go through this difficult times together, right? And we did not plan year ago and 3 months. One year ago and 3 months when we just started, we did not really see any way of monetizing this. So it was based on the ideas of love for art, love for creating something beautiful together. And since me myself, I'm a very international. Mm, I'm a traveler. I've been very active in art space since 2012. I'm a professional artist, exhibited extensively in the traditional art world. Very open-minded to the new technologies. It was, I would say, it was easy, and keeping the communication with the artists. It's just being friendly and being honest. And we even initiated the diary of traveling through the solar chain system, where in each planet that we visit, which is related to our current drops, we tell the story. We explain what we learn, how we see it. For us, it's just like really going to the space. It's unknown. It's where we're all building it together right now here, right? And yeah, and we turned our passion into professional service with trained eyes through many years of learning art, traveling, attending art fairs, museums, galleries. We built, yeah, this lasting relationship with artists worldwide, based on trust, intimate connections. And as an official artistic partner of Flashback, we are here to create the first art like NFT tickets that enthusiasts can store buy and sell, and we will make sure that they will want them to be kept for decades. Yeah, just imagine you're an event organizer, influencer. Imagine if the artist can adapt this ticket to your needs, to your philosophy of the brand, to your vision of the future. When it comes to the guest assistant, someone who comes to the event, um, the artists again, they can respond to their feedback about this event they assisted, and maybe personalize the ticket afterwards. So there are many ways how the artist can contribute, I think, in this ticketing experience. When I heard it for the first time, when we met with Olga, I imagine, you know, the scene of Harry Potter film where he is opening the newspaper and this some character from the cover starts moving and speaking. Well, I think he didn't speak, but anyways, there was movement, like the newspaper got alive. So this just blew my mind, and I thought that it could happen using the NFT technology in ticketing.
Yeah, that's such a great analogy. That helps me picture it even more, is how to make something that feels static come alive, and you're adding a message and an art to it. And I think that's really great. Aligning, like you said, aligning the values and the messaging of, the event organizer or the performer or the artist with the people that are actually creating the art for the ticket as well. So I think that's really kind of a really great way to look at it. And one of the questions that we got online too was specifically about your art and I guess your platform. Like, what do you want viewers to of your art, or of the art that's associated with these tickets? What do you want them to kind of take away from that experience?
Oh, wow, that's a beautiful question. Well, since we're proudly bringing this tradition of exquisite corpse, which exists since 100 years on blockchain, online, we want it to be so cultural rich. We want to keep this memory of the great surrealists who were behind. So whenever we create art, we want it to be intense, profound. We want it to appear to emanate hope and creativity, wake disruptive thinkers from the past that we greatly admire. And our legacy as exquisite workers community to leave behind is interrogation, validation, creating the experiences which aim to form new perspectives of life, a positive thought, moments of epiphany. We are very conscious about ecology when it comes to ecological solutions in the digital space. So it aligns perfectly with our vision, and I think that um, there is so much from the technology that you can bring, so much of um yeah, making experience of having a ticket much more intimate, much more fun, like a game, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much there to it in terms of a different experience just with the ticket itself, and with these events. That experience is so much different when you're bringing it onto the blockchain. So, that actually kind of answered a little bit what the final question of ticketing in terms of art and technology coming together. So that's really great how you're approaching it and how you've partnered up to do that. And so I'd like to kind of, as we
Can I
go
add
into this.
something on here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, about the future. Imagine you have this ticket which will be time sensitive. So with the time, the ticket will, as a physical object, the colors will fade away, and you can program this. Or imagine you go to the concert of your favorite musician, you take a selfie, and then you can go back to this ticket and introduce the selfie in the ticket, and maybe block it or make it unlockable content for several years. So when you open this ticket again in 10 years, you will see your face there. Or even more, imagine this ticket which has which will hold the favorite song from the same concert, you know. So it will be like a box of treasure, a box of your feelings, of your emotions, right? Because we're living in a digital world where things happen so fast, and it's so important just to step back sometimes and just remember something which is important, something which has value for you, to feel connected, to feel inspired, to elevate your spirit. So yeah, I think in this sense there is a lot of value and a lot of cool experiences to come.
I love the idea of these tickets becoming, time capsules, basically. You can have
Yep.
photos and music and memories stored in this, code, and making it something that you could come back to in the future, beyond, like everybody else has said, beyond, that physical ticket that kind of starts getting worn out and you have to say, I can't find it. Like,
Yeah.
you're really creating time
Yeah.
moments that you could come back to that are really great. That's awesome.
And if you have
That's
your
really
intimate space in metaverse, right? In metaverse, you
Yes,
can always
exactly.
organize your own kind of room, and again, you can keep it there, come back to it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
I think that Helena didn't mention that she called this idea initial memory offering, like IMO, like the new way.
Yeah.
IDO, now it's
Yeah,
I.
it was a kind of like half joke, half like kind of like a concept, like a memories offering. Not like initial memories offering, but just like a memories offering. So it's like something that like organizers like provide to their audience. Yeah, it was like it was a concept
Yeah,
from
it's
the
like a
beginning.
non-fungible memory. It could be a
Yeah,
non-fungible
exactly,
memory.
exactly.
That's amazing. You're creating a whole new space here, and I think that's really exciting. And we're all really excited to see what the future of this comes to life as, and who's adopting it, and where this kind of goes in the next few years.
For sure, you can sign up like for our Twitter. Right now, you can see like a flashback as a speaker, so you can just follow like a flashback profile on Twitter. We also have a LinkedIn page. We have a website that is just flashback.one. So you can visit there, and you can now actually pre-register, because we still like run a pre-registration that will give you eligibility to participate in our VIP NFT lucky draw, like our VIP NFT that we do like in collaboration with Exquisite Workers. So it will be like amazing ticket, like kind of like membership NFTs that we will be offering to early adopters that will get a lot of different perks later on our platform. So yeah, just visit flashback.one and press subscribe. You will also get like an early access to our platform in upcoming days. And generally Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn all work. So you can look for Flashback NFT over there, and just follow us.
Amazing. And Anna, how about you? Where can everybody follow even more of the Exquisite Workers stuff?
Thank you for the question. When we have the official website, which is www.exquisiteworkers.com, where you can follow our journey through the space, visit together with us different planets. Now we're heading to the moon. We left behind Mercury and Venus, and of course you can find us on Instagram, where we have daily 3 illustrations posts. It's Exquisite Workers, very easy. And of course, on Twitter. On Twitter, we'll also post some news, some updates on our journey. We will be very excited to have feedback from the viewers, because since we're so many artists, and some of them just starting their career, some of them already established. So it helps a lot to create when you know that that someone really cares for your work, for your that we bring value, and it makes someone happy. Yeah, so we'll be excited to connect. And also, of course, the artist, you can also connect with us in case they want to become one of Exquisite Workers.
Oh, that's awesome too. Yeah, if anybody out there is wanting to get involved with their artwork as well, definitely check them out. So I wanted to kind of give the opportunity as we wrap up here for each of you to give maybe one prediction about the future of ticketing as an NFT, something that, pie in the sky, something you'd love to see. Maybe it's your favorite event implementing this technology. Maybe it's your favorite artist creating a ticket NFT. We'd love to just hear kind of your final predictions for the future and something that you'd love to see happen with each of your projects.
From like a flashback perspective, of course, we're looking forward to the mass adoption and like big players in the industry joining us, and of course different museums, galleries, exhibitions, like including like I don't know, like the Louvre, like this kind of level, like museums and like sport organizers, big like football clubs joining us, and large festivals. I'm really looking forward to work with all of them and want to see like a mass adoption on that level. And we also will be super excited to see smaller events joining us and people using Flashback not only for public events, but also for private ones. As I already mentioned, like a use case with a birthday party, or like imagine you have a birthday of a 5-year-old daughter, and she did some like drawing, and you just minted an NFT with it and sent to the rest of the guests. I will be personally really excited to see these use cases because that will be super special for people and for the community. So like Flashback, really looking forward for the mass adoption and bringing the technology to everyone.
I hope, as for me, I hope that ticketing will become more spectacular, and we can use VR technology, AR technology, maybe some other entertainment things, not just the QR code, not just the digital art, but maybe something more. We already have some ideas about this. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's great. I personally can't wait to have an NFT ticket for my birthday party too, and create some really awesome art for it so that we can remember it for years and years and years. So I'm really looking forward to those things as well. Anna, anything that you're looking forward to in the future, or some really great project that you'd love to work on as you work in this partnership in the future?
Well, now while I was listening, I like to brainstorm, and it came to my mind the other day. I was on Clubhouse on some conversation with Maroon 5. They shared also their the experience of how they adopt the technology, and it came to my mind. Imagine this ticket where uh, before you go to the concert, for example, you can click on it, and it just reminds you, look, the concert is tomorrow in 24 hours with the voice of the artist. And then when the event's happening and you go back home again, you can click on it, and this artist with the voice of the artist, maybe using their artificial intelligence or again some programmable stuff, you can interact with the ticket. It would be just awesome. Yeah.
That would be really awesome. And I think the possibilities are really endless there, from the pre-event promotion to the live experience, reducing lines, reducing friction, making events more efficient, but also the memories that come with it afterwards, the artwork, the audio and photo, and all the stuff that you can attach to these digital memories. I think there's endless possibilities, and I really excited about this partnership. Excited that Avalanche and Flashback is working together to kind of build the future of NFT ticketing. Really looking forward to seeing the growth of all of these projects. So wanted to thank you all again for joining us today. It's been a really great conversation. We're really excited to see how this all plays out. And what we'll do is everybody can go to the Avalanche Twitter. We'll be posting more recaps from this conversation as well. Also, make sure you go and follow each of them on Twitter, Flashback NFT and EW_Corpse, the Exquisite Workers. Really, thank you all for joining us. We'll be doing more of these spaces in the next couple weeks, and we hope you all have a great Friday and a great weekend. And again, thank you to our awesome guests, and we look forward to the future of ticketing and art and technology coming together on this platform. So thank you all. Thank you, Elena. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Olga.
Thank you, everyone.
Great. Well, have a great day, and we'll talk to you all soon.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone, and enjoy your weekend.